Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one. Today I want to try something a little bit different.
People of Walton, this is your Mayor, John Ward. Now, I want to take a moment to thank y'all for your patience and resolve in these most challenging times. It's that Southern spirit, it's that Texas grit that gives me full confidence that we'll not only get through this crisis, but come out stronger on the other side. I only wish I could be here to see it. However, folks, I regret to announce that today I'll be moving my office to a secure spot outside the city limits. Now, no need to go assuming the worst. All right. This move is strictly to facilitate better coordination with our boys in uniform, who are at this very moment putting together a surefire plan to retake our city and eradicate the... Let's get waiting. Where? Just give me... So just, hold tight, secure your homes, and I assure you,
hello?
The tide will turn. God bless you. God bless you.
I'm not sure if anyone out there is still listening to this trash, but if you are, know this. Nobody is coming to help you. There's no plan. Look, what they did, it's wrong. It's all wrong. We are trapped. And staying here isn't an option. You have to get out. Escape the city any way you can. Get out now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. Not the best game title, I'll grant you that much, but an excellent game nonetheless from New Zealand developers Pigpock, who I've never heard of. This isn't their only game, but I suspect it might be their biggest. This is a sort of side-scrolling, zombie, survival, base building, survivor management. If you've ever played This War of Mine by 11-Bit Studios, it's kind of like that, but with zombies. You get to pick a team of 2 survivors, although you can recruit more survivors later on, and just try to survive long enough to get out of the zombie-infested city of Walton in the great state of Texas. Each of the 2 survivors that you can start have their own advantages and disadvantages. There is one couple that I do like to play with, and that's Daphne and Penny. Daphne's the ideal survivor to have working in your shelter. She generates additional medical and food supplies, but she doesn't do a lot of combat damage, so she's great to have at the shelter. Penny, on the other hand, as well as doing increased damage with blade weapons, also makes much less noise while scavenging, although she does have the unfortunate tendency to suffer mental trauma if she ends up in hand-to-hand combat with zombies. So your initial objective at the start of the game is to relocate to a better shelter. The place where you start is in danger of being overrun, and it's not always the same starting location. Sometimes your starting location is actually not that bad, but this one, 319 Schrader Street, yeah, it's not very good. Aside from the map and the workbench, it's got 1 bed and that's it. So from here there are 4 other locations that we know about. There's 38 Irving Drive, which has low zombie threat but not a lot of resources and isn't usable as a shelter. So we'll skip that for now. Let's take a look. The Walton Taxi Depot. Moderate zombie threat, a lot more resources. Food especially, also not available as a shelter. Fire Station 13. Even higher zombie threat. Lots of base resources and food, but not usable as a shelter. And then 15 Independence Boulevard, which again isn't looking particularly attractive and is also not available as a shelter. Well, shit. So, none of these are available as shelters. Well, we're just going to have to cross that bridge when we come to it. So from the limited initial options available, I'm going to go scavenging in the taxi depot. So I'm going to take a crowbar and a makeshift knife and some lockpicks. You can take more gear, but the more gear that you take, the less space available in your backpack to bring stuff back with you, which is the whole point of going out scavenging. So, yeah. Also note, down there at the bottom left corner of the screen, your survivors have certain needs. Food, sleep, and morale. And Daphne could really use some sleep. So, given that we don't actually have a cooking station here, or anything yet, like I said, this shelter is not very good. We're going to put her to sleep while Penny goes out scavenging. Welcome to the Walton Taxi Depot. Depot? I don't know. I always call it depot. I think the word has French origins, so whichever way you pronounce it, which sounds more French, is probably the correct way, but what do I know? I've switched to the makeshift knife, by the way, rather than the crowbar, because it's a much, much quieter weapon, although it doesn't last as long. Oh, hang on, let's not drop down there just yet. Zombie spotted. I don't know if it can see me up here. I guess we'll find out. Nope, it hasn't gotten agitated. Wait for it to turn around. And then we'll sneak up and do a stealth takedown. This is basically a one-shot kill. And because I'm using a very quiet weapon, I mean there are no dormant zombies nearby to hear me making the kill. We got some stuff here in the taxi. The video cameras are only useful for being broken down for parts, but at least while I still have free bag space, I'll pick them up. And oh, hello, what's this? Ah, strange markings, lead discovered. This is one of your escape plans. We'll go into that in much more detail when it becomes more relevant. Okay. Now, if you crouch at the door, you can peek through, give yourself an idea of what's on the other side, although your actual field of view is limited. But looking and listening in particular, here it comes. So, you can see it hit the barricade, the flipped table, and then it turned around. So it's not going to cross the flipped table. It will if it sees you on the other side. It will leap over the table to come and get you. But obstacles like that will interrupt a zombie's patrol pattern and make it turn around and go back the way it came. And you can use that to your advantage in more than one way. You can dictate how a zombie is going to move by creating and removing obstacles. Right now though, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch up to it before it turns around. Also, I don't know what's in that other room. There might be other zombies in there. So I'm waiting here. Actually, is it going to be able to see me over the table? It might, you know. And that would be kind of bad because I only have a makeshift dagger equipped. I guess we're going to find out. No, it hasn't seen me. Okay, now I can take it out. There's one upstairs, but the dagger is a very, very quiet weapon, so it didn't hear me. Another way of doing that would have been to shut the door, and then just wait on the other side of the door for it to approach the door, turn around, and then open the door and stab it from behind. Alright, we've got some good stuff here in the fridge. There's still power, so the fridge still works, so the food in the fridge is still fresh. Anything else down here? There's another door over there. And okay, that's the workshop. I can't see anything in there, but I'm hearing a lot of zombie noises. Some of them may be dormant though. But before I go upstairs, there's just something out here I wanted to check. I might be able to jump up. Yep. Get onto the first floor this way. So there's nothing in that room, but the door is open. So I want to just wait and see if anything comes patrolling from the next room, because I know there is a zombie on this floor. And there's a dormant zombie in this room, and I don't want to wake it up. Oh, there's something there that I can use the lockpick on. I'm going to shut that door. Oh, okay. Dropping that, that's going to open the hatch to the roof, but that's going to make a lot of noise. There's the zombie that we saw earlier. Just wait for it to turn around, then open the door, take it out nice and quietly. Okay, the knife is about ready to break, which is bad. I'm not seeing anything more from the upstairs window down into the workshop. I could probably drop down from there, but there's no reason to. So, a couple of things. Okay, the noise didn't alert the dormant zombie in the other room. Probably because I shut the door to muffle the noise. Now, is there anything up here? The primary reason, remember, I'm looking for a shelter. And there were... Oh, shit. This one's moving a bit faster. But we're good. This might actually destroy the... Oh, God, no, I don't think I'm going to be able to catch him. Nope, nope, he's moving too quickly. Oh, that's going to be a problem. And it's going to be a serious problem because the whole reason I'm up here on the roof... I'm just going to check the other side. I'm looking for a telescope. An observation point. Because remember, we need to find a new shelter to move to. The taxi depot isn't a shelter. There's lots of resources here, which I'm obviously going to pick up. But I can't use it as a shelter. But what I can do is discover new locations. If there's an observation point on the roof. That's why I'm here. I am not going to catch this thing before it turns around, am I? No. And that means I'm going to have to bludgeon it to death, and I'm not doing that with a makeshift dagger that's about to break. I'll need the crowbar for that. However, we'll save that to last. I know that there's an observation point on the roof, because when I was checking this place out on the map and trying to decide where I was going to go, it did say new locations discoverable. So I know there's a telescope on the roof. And from there, hopefully, I'll be able to find a new location that is available as a shelter. But I'm going to have to deal with that fast zombie on the roof first. Okay. Oh, there's some loot to check out there, but I just want to make sure I'm not going to get surprised by a patrolling zombie while I'm picking it up. Looks good. There's a lot of noise in here, but I think they're all just dormant. And if there was anything patrolling out in the yard, I would have probably seen it by now. So let's go and clear the yard first. It's like there's a way up there. Oh shit, there is one. Okay. I can hide here, however. Wait for it to go past. This stealth takedown might actually destroy my knife, because it's very low durability right now. Yep, it did. So, I'm using the crowbar, which does more damage, but also generates a bit more noise. To take those resources. You'll note I now have a secondary weapon, the rock. This is a thrown weapon. Let's use the lockpicks. See what's in the trunk or boot of the car. Oh, rifle ammunition. And a knife. Okay. Inventory management time. I definitely want that knife. Which means I'm going to have to ditch something. See, these scavenging tools, just rocks, you can throw them to distract zombies. It's not that they're not useful, but there are far better things I can be using my limited inventory space for. Crafting materials, for example. Oh, there's more back here. Holy crap, how big is this place? Okay, there's one dormant zombie and a patroller. You know what? I should probably equip the quiet weapon before doing anything hasty. Oh, that was close. So, yeah, I've got the knife equipped now. Oh, actually, hang on. I just had an idea. There was a roof access point back here at the entrance to the workshop. It's possible. I'm going to give this a try. Because there's a fast patrolling zombie on the roof. There it is. Ooh, 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 careful, don't see me. Maybe. Oh, hang on. There's no telescope up here. Okay, so I don't need to... that thing can... it can wander around the roof all it likes. There is an observation point in here somewhere, but it's not on that rooftop. So I don't need to worry about that thing. There was something in here that I didn't check out. Some loot. Where the hell was it? Am I going crazy? I could have sworn that there was something back there to be looted, and I thought, no, I'll just check out the yard first, make sure I'm not going to get surprised. Well, whatever. So, I know that there's an observation point in this map that I can use to discover new locations, and it's not on the first rooftop, so it must be up here. Let's take this one out. Notice the other door's been smashed, so I can't close it. Oh, there's some loot here, though. Yeah, a grenade. What? This is new. Oh, I should probably mention, I first discovered this game about a year ago when they had a Steam demo available where you got to play through like 1 week of game time. And then a couple of months after that, it came out into early access. And yep, there's the telescope on the roof. That's what I'm looking for. This is the early access version. And they do keep updating it very, very often. Every month there's some new content. And there was just a massive new content update. It's been a while since I actually played, but the grenades are new. But anyway, this is what I was here for. Let's discover some new locations. Griffith & Sons Hardware, Value Records, and Texas Sports Supply. I am pretty sure that at least one, maybe two, of those locations are actually shelters, just based on previous playthroughs. But we won't know for sure until we get back and check them out on the map in our shelter. But for now, I don't think I've ever seen this this survivor before. This is Aubrey. Hello, Aubrey. So what's your deal? Okay. I'm sure. I mean, I've basically cleared a path, so yeah, fine. Follow me if you want. Well, I didn't say you could join me. I said you could follow me out. I didn't say... Alright. So she has medical knowledge. And she also has some kind of secret to tell me about. So we now have the option to recruit Aubrey as a survivor. So let's check her out and see what good she is. Now, she's not terrible. Makes more items at the medical area. But Daphne already does that and does the same with food. And at the moment, I just don't have the facilities to support an extra mouth. So, no. I'm going to pass. Although, you know, feel free to follow me down now that I've cleared all the zombies out of the way. I mean, Aubrey wasn't a terrible survivor to have, but if you've already got Daphne, you don't need Aubrey. And there are some survivors that are very, very good. And there are some that are very, very bad. Oh, hello. More stuff. What do we got? Oh, a rock. Nah, fine. What's back here? There's a zombie down there in the rear yard. What's it doing? It's turned around so I can sneak up on it. Some zombies do this. They just stand there. They don't actually patrol. And then every now and then they'll turn around. You think, oh shit, now it's looking at me. So that looks like the way out back to the shelter. There's always, almost always, two ways in or out of a location. The way you came, and then on the other side of the location there's a way out there. Lockpicks, nice. Medicine as well. Oof, I don't know. I mean, there's some really good stuff here. And I kind of need all the stuff that I have as well, so... Limited inventory space. I mean, you can always come back and... do I need to even kill that thing? I don't think I do, actually. My bags are full. Why risk more weapon durability loss? And you can always come back to a place after you've been there once to pick up all of the stuff that you missed. and it will have a reduced zombie threat level because you've already cleared most of the zombies in it. So here we go. This is one of our escape plans, strange markings. Again, more on those in detail later as and when they become more relevant. But for now, we have emptied our bags of everything that we found at the taxi depot. So let's see if we can actually use those to make something. And we can. So I can make fresh lockpicks, extra beds, a morale restoration area, a cooking area, a medical station, and a weapons workbench. Now you might be thinking, and it's a perfectly good question, what's the point? If you're going to leave this shelter and move to a new one, what's the point in expending resources and upgrading this shelter? And that's a good question. But when you abandon one shelter and move to a new one, you take not only all of the resources that you've gathered up until that point, but you also take all of the upgrades that you've built. So when you move into the new shelter, it has all of the upgrades that you had in the old shelter. And if you ever move back to the old shelter again, you take the upgrades with you. Not very realistic, but oh, jackpot, Value Records is available as a shelter. Okay. 38, no. What's this? Griffith & Sons Hardware? Not available as a shelter. And what was the other one? Ah, there it is. Texas Sports Supply. Oh, wow. It's got 2 beds, which is good. It's got a water collector and a garden. Best shelter ever. So we are definitely relocating to Texas Sports Supply. So I'm going to prep Penny to scavenge that place. Securing a shelter isn't the same as just scavenging a place the way I did at the Walton Taxi Depot. In order to prepare the Texas Sports Supply location as a shelter, I have to kill every zombie in there. And at that point, you can move in. So that's the downside. So, come equipped appropriately for zombie slaughter. The good news is that if your bags are jam-packed full of weapons for slaughtering all the zombies in the place that you intend to move into, that doesn't leave an awful lot of space for picking up any resources. But if you move into a place and occupy it as a shelter, then you automatically recover all of the resources that you didn't have bag space to pick up and bring back with you. So there's that. And since when you relocate shelters, you take any upgrades with you from the old shelter, while Penny's out slaughtering the zombies, Daphne's going to be hard at work building a cooking station. And so we find ourselves at the Texas Sports Supply. Find out what happens in the next video. Hope you've enjoyed this little experimental video on Into the Dead, currently available in early access on Steam. If enough people enjoy this, I might start doing this as a regular series. We shall just have to see. If enough people don't enjoy it, I may just start doing it anyway, but maybe as a regular bonus Sunday video. Either way, more of this coming. Please do let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this. And I hope you've enjoyed it so far. As always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.